This is the Fisher, known as Detroit's largest art object, also known as the Golden Tower. Now currently it's under some historic restorations. As you can see, there are some renovations happening at the Fisher building, but it's gotta happen to keep a building this old and this beautiful looking its best. Speaking of that, the Fisher building was built in 1928. The Fisher Body Corporation was an automobile company, and the Fisher brothers, who owned the Fisher Body Corporation, decided they wanted this beautiful building that housed retail, entertainment, and also offices. They asked Albert Kahn, an architect, to build the building. Their vision for this building was to build the most beautiful building in the world. And honestly, it stood the test of time. The building is Art Deco style and features 40 different kinds of marble, mosaics, bronze, hand-painted features, so many little details. The Fisher building was designated as a historic landmark in 1989. This building is absolutely gigantic, and so far we've only explored the first floor, but it's 30 stories and has 21 elevators, all of which are not currently working because the restorations. Renovations. The community is welcome to come in and enjoy and explore the first floor, where you can see floor to ceiling absolutely gorgeous art. You're essentially walking through art as you're walking through the floors. There are shops, there's a coffee shop in there, and then of course there's the Fisher Theater and the box office as well. If you're in the Detroit area, I would highly recommend a stroll through. You never know what you're gonna find in one of the shops, or check out a show at the Fisher Theater.
The Fisher Theater itself is located in the Fisher building. The building itself was built in 1928, so we're only a few years short of its 100-year anniversary. The Fisher Theater is one of Michigan's oldest theater venues, holds Broadway tours, and also has over 2,000 seats. They also have a lot of lounges and concessions available to those patrons that decide to come and view the shows. When it comes to accessibility, Fisher Theater does allow a lot of accessible options for their patrons. Those include closed captioning and audio devices. Also, they have ASL interpretations. Also, quiet areas for patrons who need just a little bit of a quiet space. They also include a lot of things like sensory bags. We're so excited that this is our first show at the Fisher Theater. I mean, look at it. It's grandiose, it's amazing, it's beautiful on the inside. We cannot wait to share with you our experience of this show.
All right, we're gonna round out with a few pro tips if you're coming to the Fisher building, the Fisher Theater, to see a show in Detroit.
Yeah, right behind us is the building. A few things to keep in mind is obviously Detroit traffic. If you're planning on coming before a show, you're gonna hit that 5 o'clock traffic. It's gonna be pretty crazy, pretty hectic. There's a reason that I was driving, just because it can get pretty scary and stressful. So take your time.
The roads do weird things here, I don't know. Also, on that note with parking, Thank you.
Thank you. Also, if you come to Detroit, they're super nice.
Yeah, we get complimented.
Yeah,
this
we
is
sure
great.
did. Parking. We're talking about parking.
Back to parking. Okay. Yeah. I would highly recommend parking in the Fisher Theater parking garage. You do need to pre-register your vehicle. You can do it once you get there, but I recommend pre-registering.
There's a few steps.
There's a few steps, but you only have to do it one time. So if you use that same branded parking garage throughout Detroit, you're all set to go. It's really easy.
And super cheap.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah. Compared to Grand Rapids prices?
Compared to Grand Rapids, it is a joy.
We will drop the link for that so you can pre-register for the parking. And then once you're in the Fisher Theater, if you're coming to a show, you can actually scan a QR code and you get 4 hours of free parking, so you don't have to worry.
That's so nice. And after you have perused getting your parking paid for, you can shop around, take in some of the architecture that the building does offer. There's so much to look at.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend coming a little bit early because once the show, it's about to be curtained, there's gonna be a lot more people, so it'll be a little bit more crowded in the lobby area. So if you can come early, check it out.
Yep, there's lots of different shops, plenty of photo opportunities to take in, again, like that historic architecture. There's also a lot of historical pieces all throughout the place. So take a look at those, really take those things in, because these people did a tremendous job working on especially those restoration projects.
Yeah, keeping it going after all these years.
And showcasing all the history that belongs here.
For sure. Almost 100 years, which is wild.
And pro tip, go to the security desk to go get your bathroom passes before the crowds.
You can go to the bathroom, you just have to give your government issued ID in order to go. You get a hall pass to go. But during a show, the bathrooms are open. No worries there. As we mentioned, you should definitely come in and check out the first floor. There's shops, there's coffee shop, a little bit of retail, retail therapy, if you will. But if you want to see more of the building, you can always do a tour with Pier Detroit. So you can sign up and see a little bit more of this majestic building.
The second and third floor are off limits unless
We've heard
you try to do those tours.
The third floor is where it's at.
Next time we're in town, maybe we'll book a tour and do a little bit of that.
Yes, we need to.
After you've done perusing all of the shops within the Fisher building, maybe look around at some of the local eats. We were actually fortunate enough to go to Mom's Spaghetti, which is across from Comerica Park, which
it's been on my bucket list for a long time. I had to get it.
And it was really, really good and actually really filling.
Yes, and Instagrammable, obviously.
Instagrammable, and you could definitely share one of the large spaghettis.
Yes, you definitely.
With another person.
Shareable, for sure. Another thing, the Detroit Institute of Arts is right down the road, so you could do that. There's so much art and culture in Detroit. Opportunities are endless, you know?
Yeah. So, come to Detroit. Come to the Fisher building. Come to the Fisher Theater.
Get some art in your life.
Get some art in your life. It's going to be fantastic. And we are off to the show.
It is time.
Here we go.
Stepping inside the Fisher Theater feels as though you are walking through a piece of art, which is basically the case.
After getting our tickets scanned and walking through security, the theater lobby opened up to multiple concession stands, a photo backdrop, and of course, a merch stand. The doors to the theater opened 30 minutes before curtain, where we found our spot among the golden theater seats.
We tried out the in-seat service and ordered some refreshments right from our phones. When we tell you this was efficient, our items arrived within 4 minutes, which in most cases can be way faster than standing in line.
A huge thank you to Broadway in Detroit, who invited us out for press night to see the national touring Broadway show, The Wiz. The Wiz is a Tony Award-winning musical based on the original Wizard of Oz story from the early 1900s, but with a twist. We absolutely love this musical, with its nods to soul, gospel, rock, and 70s bump. This was masterfully achieved through the use of costuming, prop use, choreography, and of course, the vocals.
So if you find yourself looking for an escape from the real world and want to be transported somewhere new, like the Land of Oz, then Broadway in Detroit has you covered. We had a magnificent time visiting the Fisher and can't wait to experience more theater in this beautiful space.